Mount Gilead, where the Indians of the KMAC
Welcome to Mount Gilead
out of the Upper Sandusky Rams. He has happy ended this matchup in the Pest game, but
the Rams of Upper Sandusky.
Players of graduation.
Rams
Get over the Upper Sandusky. No plans of cooperating. Pregame coverage and the opening kickoff coming up here. The internet can be found. And it is on.
Tonight with a record of 0-1. Last week the Rams played the night.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Every time that we walk in, we know we're going to walk into a place that's very clean, and when we walk in, we have a professional environment to come to. The reliability of Pinnacle is always on the spot. We've been with them 16 years so far. They're committed, they are professional, they are very transparent with their pricing, and they excel at meeting every goal and every need we have.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Games around the KMAC tonight that we'll be keeping an eye on. Centerburg travels.
We're glad you're with us for our Lilly Industries pregame show with Lilly Industries, Upper Sandusky, where we coverage of our high school football coverage on the OH Report alongside the KMAC Richards. Decided to join us tonight, and this should be a more competitive game, JR.
Actually pretty excited to see some different types of football. So especially with the different types of offense we're about to see tonight as well.
9 female. I think we're going to have to pretty soon.
Mount Gilead won the toss this evening and deferred to the second half. The Indians will be defending the North Pole.
I know. Yeah.
Well,
Number 74. Getting Shipman. Lilly Martinez.
Program graduated from
55, Cooper Nelson.
quarterback.
Number 11, Lenny Rogers. Linebacker Cooper
Able to get on the scoreboard was
Linebacker Roman Flyer. Number 34. Number 53, Katie.
Listen, let's get that.
It's the same one as well. Had all the kinks. They're coming with a spread offense as well. It's first offense. Even they got a really good running back in Ethan there. He's their main guy. Had 19 carries with 118 yards last week. And then their quarterback Keegan Dunn threw the ball really well, at least in pregame while I was watching as well. He was 10 for 27 and 99 yards last year, but he also carried the ball a couple times as well. So, it's going to be interesting watching them play and just seeing, like I said, the dynamic offense that they have.
Right on, Will.
Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of marching band.
Buckeye for sure. And as impressive as we talked about as offensive numbers, but think about defensively as a linebacker. He's still a linebacker. They need him there. He's an M10 first teamer on both sides. Last season led the conference in tackles, 16 tackles per game, which, by the way, is also an N10 record. Now, all indications are we could have a similar, not better season this year, but here the last week was historical. He came up with 19.
Oh, wow.
He's going to be a big part of Upper Sandusky's plan tonight.
From what I was watching last week, it's like it seemed like they were a pass-first offense more than anything. But, when you got a guy in the backfield like that, it's very difficult to run people over, that could change the whole thing. Maybe, with it being after week one, changing the kinks out a little bit, maybe figure out what you are. Maybe they do decide to run the ball a little bit more today than they did try to do last week.
Cool. What about going up?
High school Upper Sandusky Rams continue on. Gilead, Indians, led by his leading the program and graduated 9 years. Outstanding from last year, the Indians are on a 3-game win streak last season. Victory over Loudonville and Arlington starting off the season. Last week, the win at Mount Gilead is seeking to get back to the postseason. And some lesser experienced players will need to step up. Congratulations to the top running back, Vickers, and also the top receiver, Orson Trainer.
So they were very, very senior heavy team a little bit right now, but also like a very wing tee, run first offense. They had 2 passes last week, which is wild. And I think their first pass that they completed or attempted was 2 minutes left in the second quarter. So, I mean, they were just run heavy with Parson Barnum. He was our main guy, had 30 carries. It's like video game numbers there. You just, when you create a player and you just want to, make him get all the carries and get all the points you can. I mean, he, ended up with 276 yards and 3 touchdowns. So, but Cole Freak is also another guy that be watchful for on run plays as well, because every now and then on short yardage plays, especially at the goal line a couple times last week, it's like a first and goal at the 1 or whatever it was. He ended up just taking it up himself, and he ended up with 2 touchdowns as well. So, like I said, very excited to see the 2 different types of offense we're going to be seeing here today.
Yeah, likewise, and
we also like to recognize the football team last night, Ricky Milan.
well beyond that, he had
Working the concession facility from Park National Bank.
76 yards, but none of those of any KMAC more than anyone close to the last week. As far as the carries, the 30 carries KMAC last week. But 58 rushing yards a game. That's what Barnum averaged last season. So he didn't get as much of an opportunity back when Vickers was the number 1 running option. But last week is any indication, it appears that it is Barnum's time to shine.
It happens, but it's just and they got to the point where they were up in the game, and so they didn't really need to throw the ball, and so they just kept handing it, feeding them, and then just kept adding up the yards throughout the whole game.
Yes, and he is able to take on that workload. And Coach Reed said, hey, players who are faster than me, there isn't anyone who runs harder than Parson. And we're looking for a lot of them tonight. We're getting close to the opening kick, about 5 minutes away from the opening kick of this contest. So glad you're with us here at Mount Gilead with the Indians ready to host the Upper Sandusky Rams. And right now we can look at our keys to victory for the visiting Rams. Oh yeah, well there you go. All security, that is right at the top of the list. The Rams did lose a couple of fumbles last week versus Northmore. Also a third possession was lost on an interception. So Coach Hall has emphasized this week the importance of taking care of the ball. As he puts it, let's not beat ourselves. And second, the Rams in this game will aim for a one-play mentality. Obviously, a key-play action happen. Rather than trying to think too far ahead about what we need to do to get a lead, steal the lead. Coach Hall says, you know what? They just going to work themselves out over the course of the game by maintaining the focus one play at a time. And that also actually goes hand in hand with ball security. Look at that focus.
Make that run offense, kind of make them throw. They're not comfortable from, and so whatever they can do to get us ahead and get a lead, or kind of make turnovers is thing.
All right, we're getting a lot closer to this contest, and well, I think about it, we got a victory for the road team, but for the home team, right? Gilead Indians with Coach Reed. He said he wants his players to be disciplined in their assignments. It is their first home game of the season, and the Mount Gilead players surely don't want to get distracted by the bright lights when they come on the stadium or sunshine right now. Obviously, the reactions, from the crowd, and of course, the various schemes that will be run by the Upper Sandusky opponents. The Indians need to focus on their individual assignments and stay disciplined. And the other thing that Coach Reed was talking to me about is respond to adversity. A team like like Upper Sandusky is bound to make plays. And the Mount Gilead players must keep their poise and respond to various challenges in the game with focus and determination.
It's like we saw last week, ran the ball. That's the, and so if they can maintain, keep the game close, or get the head with the game, I'm afraid, like I mentioned earlier, with the way that offense is, they're not really a back from behind team or the way their offense is. So if they stay within the game, they don't really have to change what they do and everything. So I think the biggest thing is stay disciplined to what they do and trust on how they play and everything. Because like looking at the field, I think the biggest thing I saw was that difference in the line. Mount Gilead's line was huge compared to what I saw from Upper Sandusky at the beginning of the game. But I mean, that could change. I'm not sure. But like I said, from what they, discipline-wise, staying with what they do best.
Yes, and yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because that's one of the things Coach Reed has talked about in the development of this program. They realize that if they want to get to greater heights, they have to beef up the line play, both on the offensive line and the defensive line, and that has been huge for them because they were so competitive in so many games last season, and they definitely want to build off of that this time around. While we do have a moment we know that as far as Upper Sandusky Rams in their home life and this year with you that Mount Gilead did win the toss and chose to defer, so Upper Sandusky will receive the opening kick. Goal. Starting field time temperature is 68 degrees. Whereas last year's meeting Upper Sandusky did defeat Mount Gilead at home 27-18. We're getting close to the start of this one, so glad that you were able to join us for our Lilly Industries. So, it is about time to play. Think about Upper Sandusky. Don't forget that football first. They'll be led by Endzone, their quarterback in his first season as a starting quarterback. As a starting tailback, Josh Alvin, Mason Guthrie, King Root. Their starting receivers along with Lucas Osball in that rotation. And that offensive line led by the center, Alex Ball, his first season as starter there. Braxton Illinois, Derek Ball, and I say that.
Number 66 for Mount Gilead, Tony Martinez, going to kick off. Brody Martinez. Number 13.
Yeah, so and a little key here for the kickoff here. Watching last week, it was got a little toe back there. So probably gets the ball deep, but see where it goes.
We're underway. This one is fielded by Travis Klaus. He's able to make his way with
Travis Klaus.
Let's see what this Upper Sandusky Rams calls.
Number 14.
Hopefully with one game under the belt, a little more confident with some of the younger players going up here again. Ball spotted at the 37-yard line. First and 10, Upper Sandusky. Endzone, the quarterback, is certainly not going to ignore Ethan Lewis. There he goes. Lewis has the ball.
Kind of want to get him going.
Can you stay clear on the stop for Mount Gilead? down.
They've got to definitely be disciplined on defense right there. That was a good job for Mount Gilead. All right, second down and 10. Snap is back to the quarterback, done. Over the middle, and good deal for 3 quick plays.
Caden's pass complete to number 13, Kane Riggs. Caden Summerlot on the stop, brings up a 4.
Third down and 4.
On trips right.
Yeah, see if they can get that first down here. Oh, do we have a flag?
Oh, full start.
Okay.
Good ball. 22 on the offense. 5 yard. Third down.
Spread. Nice little cushion with a 10-yard to gain here.
Showdown conversions. Here we go. The pass on the far side. And it is caught by Hopkins. Runs it up for a score.
I don't know. Let's see what they do here. It'll be interesting. Looks like they are going to punt it. Or at least initial. Yeah. Yeah.
Summerlot to return.
Summerlot, he is a speedster for Mount Gilead. Gotta watch for him. Oh, it's Butler. And he does get it all. Drifting back towards the 40-yard line.
Help only be. Yeah, 10-yard punt. 10, a little less than 20-yard punt.
All right, well, the Upper Sandusky certainly wanted to get that first down on that first drive. Didn't get it. So now, we'll give it a shot.
Carson.
Yeah, what did you think about last week for sure? Wilkes also a strong runner. Here we go. Now back. Go over the middle. Yep. Rams appear to be ready for him right there. Just about a yard gain right there. Ethan Lewis can tackle, right?
Oh, yeah.
All night long for Ethan. What an amazing play. We talked about in the pregame. Yeah, single season record for tackles in the season happened last year with his 177. That's right. All right, so here we go with a second down and 10. Under center.
There he goes. He's right up the middle. I mean, anything special.
First down of the game. By Schmidt Security Pro. The ball spotted at the 38-yard line. There's a 10. We go right back onto the ground.
Wow. Wow.
Look at that. He is
They gave it to him. Okay. My bad.
There you go.
Just a simple. Now, he did. No, he didn't. He's short. That's what this. Okay. They're around the corner.
Okay. Good eye on that. So they'll try it again. And
he's in now. 4 plays, 4 carries. The interesting thing is like last week they started off the game and tried to extra points, and Levi Johnson was the kicker. They're going 1 for 3, and they ended up the last 2 touchdowns. They didn't kick the extra points, so it looks like they're switching to the kickoff guy. Brody Martinez clear. So Basher. There you go. The Phil Basher, like his father was like he was a kicker for his Heidelberg from All American. We had the team for it.
I didn't think our staff would even notice that we switched cleaning companies, but they did right away. They noticed that the office was cleaner, that things were bright, more vibrant, and that created a more positive working environment for us. There's always a potential to spread illness if our building isn't as clean as it possibly could be. Having Pinnacle in our building to make sure that it's as clean and safe and healthy as it can be helps us take the best care of our patients. It's family owned and operated, they're local, which means a lot to us.
Bringing back here to Mount Gilead. It is 7-2 in favor of the home team, the Upper Sandusky Rams. After that return back to Baldwin will try to get some points here on the board. It's been really hard so far this season, this being their first quarter of play.
Yeah, they need to get some momentum, get some rhythm going on with this thing. Run play and then 2 fast plays ended up pushing the ball away. A good cushion down here. Number 2 here. You got a 15-yard cushion. You might want to throw a little bubble here. Maybe.
See if he sees that, or he's going to try something else. He can nothing the quarterback. And a lot of attention over to that right side. But in motion. And that's a snap.
Missed. Like Ethan Lewis went to the wrong side. Or Keaton Dunn. One of them went to the wrong side.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good job. Takes a second down and 12 from the 34-yard line. Got a clean snap here.
Oh, no.
Almost picked off. And that one was dropped.
So he had the slant out there, and he decided to go with the slant. But sometimes you just got to take what they give you. The out, might have been a 2 or 3 yard play, but he was kind of wide open. He was another break something there. But threw some in pressure and almost got a pick 6 there. So a lot of cushion now.
10-12.
A screenplay.
Up there and
Does not call it complete.
well,
Yeah.
experience, that's what happened after some graduation.
Yeah, with the way that the Barnum's running, you gotta find something that's back-to-back 3 outs, and you gotta get a 3 and out or something quick over here on the other side of the ball.
Josh Allen. Josh. Cutting well so far this season, 43 yards on his punts. On the first game.
He's nervous. Next week.
First and 10 from the 33.
I've been in school for 2 weeks now.
From the teacher, the principal, superintendent. So we can recognize you.
Freaking Weather Center. Tried to go far this time, and
the ball carrier.
The Rams on that field. So Tyler Hall, they definitely want to get him into the mix. But
Lewis on the top row.
Kind of on their heels a little bit, so they see the first motion, they either want to jump or they stay back or not, and just to cause a little chaos in the backfield. Something else, some eye candy in the backfield.
All right, makes it second down and 10 from the 33. Go back to the ground. Oh, look at the Rams. Just like they had some excellent defensive there.
Trying to get everybody some touches here. Yeah. So here's the situation. I mean, 3rd and 9. I mean, stick with the guns and the ball, or I mean, do they do? This will be interesting.
It's an offense that really could surprise you with that occasional pass, right? Because everybody knows it's going to run the ball. We'll see. All right, 3rd down. King under center. Back to the ground. Yes, this was not going to be enough for a first down.
2. You think they go for it?
Yeah, that's the question at this side of the field. You know, if they've got confidence in that offensive line, they might do it. Yeah, if they try and don't get it, that would potentially be the break that Upper Sandusky.
Looks like they're going to kick it.
Yeah. Coach Reed is like, yeah,
yeah.
Play it safe here.
I think the quarterback's the kicker here. He only had one punt last week.
Yeah, they didn't seem to need to do that so much at Triad. Yeah, that offense was quick. Here we go. Comes it off this time. Return. But he's able to recover it. He's heading toward the 25-yard line. The young players unfortunately want things to go, and it's their time to get things going for them. Still trying to get the first down here.
I mean, you gotta take what they're giving you. You know, I mean, they're 5 yards cushion right now. So I mean, it's gonna be like in outs, hitches, and everything. That Number 2 is there's a 10-yard cushion right now up top. You know, throw a little bubble or throw a hitch right now.
First and 10 from the 30-yard line. Go to the ground with Ethan Lewis. Worried about the physicality. He definitely not getting this there.
Quiet Long.
Quiet Long, a versatile player for Mount Gilead. Backup quarterback for the team.
Yeah, I mean, they're 10-yard cushion right there. There it is. See it? Little bubble.
Far side. Yeah, it looks like he got pushed back.
Yeah.
Right there.
You know, right there. You know, he ended up with 10 yards. So, take what they give you, get rhythm, start, play a little pitch and catch there.
Short coming up, so see if they can get that at least as a 3rd down on this night. They just need a yard.
Yeah.
On the stop.
Yep, so 4th down, and likely going to game.
Josh Heil went back to punt.
Yeah, sometimes with a line like that, the one that's just powering over, killing your offensive line, go on to like change things up a little bit. Get them on their heels.
There's the punt. Got it. Heads left side. Left after out of bounds by Chris.
Be interesting to see. Last drive, they went 2 or 3 plays right to number 2, Tyler Farr. I wonder if they get back to the bread and butter there, versus Barnum, and just right up the middle and just see what they can do.
Barnum, yeah, he wants the ball. Oh, goodness. Let's see, 1st and 10.
Yeah, there it is. Yep.
Holds on to the ball.
He's a big boy too, so it's tough to. Not going to go down on one touch there.
Upper Sandusky.
225 is Barnum. On the 34-yard line. On the left side, and are there to pursue. So, Upper Sandusky understands the general game plan for Mount Gilead. The bone and get loose up there.
Hard 2 yards.
Laying it on there.
One of the things that Coach Reed was talking to me about is he knows that the Rams are going to be physical. So you got to be ready. They're definitely going to come after you.
This is pretty early in the game, but pretty big stop if they can get another 3 and out here. Especially with Barnum running the ball.
3rd and 2 from the 36.
There it is, yep.
Yeah. Doesn't look like you got to do is push back. I don't think it's going to get enough for progress.
I was wondering Mike linebacker just going flying up and all that. So, but doesn't look like they're going to. Interesting. Yeah, I think.
We'll see if they give him some attention over on the sideline.
I know. They're going to go for it. This is huge for Upper. If they can get a stop on the side of the 50, it might lift their spirits a little bit.
4th down and 1 from the 37. Yeah, looks like they're going to go.
Yeah.
They are on a sneak. And where's the spot?
I was just about to say,
It looks like they are giving it to them. He's dealt with some injuries last year. He did get hurt in that Danville game. Missed the rest of that one and the following game, but came back strong. And he is going after it as his senior year. So we got a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Go to the ground with far right side and gets wrapped up there. Able to get him down to the turf.
Yeah, looks like he's talking to the coach now. He's getting ready to get the play to call or run in there.
Gain of 5.
Oh, in the quarter here.
Going to bring us into the end of the 1st quarter.
Right here at the end of 1. Rams trailing by the touchdown. We're back for the start of the 2nd quarter. High school coverage on the OH.REPORT.
I didn't think our staff would even notice that we switched cleaning companies, but they did right away. They noticed that the office was cleaner, that things were bright, more vibrant, and that created a more positive working environment for us. There's always a potential to spread illness if our building isn't as clean as it possibly could be. Having Pinnacle in our building to make sure that it's as clean and safe and healthy as it can be helps us take the best care of our patients. It's family owned and operated, they're local, which means a lot to us.
Football live and free on the OH.REPORT. Lead on the Upper Sandusky Rams, starting off the second quarter and in the other direction. Right back on the ground with Barnum.
So looks like we have 3 here. That's not fourth down territory. Spot here. I assume we go back to Barnum on this.
Yeah, it may be a situation which they're trying to just wear down the Rams at the line of scrimmage if they can pull it off. You talked about the size of the Mount Gilead players on that line, so that does have an impact as the game goes along. We shall see.
That's one of those, like you mentioned earlier, where they keep going hard up the middle, and then you threw it outside, you might get a wide open pass here.
3rd and 3, 45-yard line. Back to the ground.
Yep.
The Rams, they were ready for him here. Nowhere to go that time. Rams surrender.
I think they're going to go for it.
Brings up a 4th and short 1.
Plays brought to you by Buckeye Training and Fitness Academy.
Yeah, you're back in this situation where you don't know if it's going to be a quarterback sneak or up the middle. I mean, most likely up the middle, but I don't know how you don't sell out on this. If they come out with one wide receiver, because at the last week, when they had 2 wide receivers out, they threw every time. So, I mean, if they go out one wide receiver, I was going to send the house here.
All right, 4th and 1 from the 47. Yeah, the state 44. It's time to go the other way.
Oh. Oh. What a spot. Oh. Wow. Right. It's back-to-back down conversions. 43 plays.
Yeah, they got to be pleased with that.
Boom, boom, boom.
1st and 10, 47-yard line through their own territory. Barreling through is Barnum. Rams not making it easy on him, but he's also making it pay in the other direction. He's going right at him.
Video game for him. I mean, unless he's just unhuman. I mean, he's gonna get beat up too. You know, if you keep going to him all the time. So that's what I think. Well, they're trying to get Tyler Hard and these other guys somewhat involved a little bit. But I mean, right now Barnum just came out, so after 3 straight runs to him.
They are across the field. 2nd down at 6, 48-yard line. All this time they go to the ground. Jacob Gross.
Whenever Barnum's out, they got to get real creative in the backfield, trying to do some misdirection because he doesn't have other guys just don't have the power and everything, don't have the size more than anything. Now Barnum looks like he's coming back in.
Barnum, he become their guy, that is for sure, but they definitely know the talents that Will brings as well. So a little bit of a change of pace back there. So 3rd down and 2 from the 44. Back has it. Back to the ground with Barnum.
Boy.
Left side. Stop on the play for Ethan Lewis.
Yeah, we're right. Short. Yep. Another fourth down.
Inches there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't tell just from, eyeball still. I can't tell.
Right.
But they're right there on the field, so they can tell.
With Rams defense is probably going to be on this to try to get off the field. You might get them on like a jump, going to, try to hard count here, but all the quarterbacks need to say. But when in doubt, I'd burn them.
See what they go with the 44-yard line. Yep, and that's what they choose to do. Barnum. See if he gets the progress clearly pushed back. But, yeah, right. He's definitely not there on the pushback, but he may have gotten it with the forward progress. They're trying to figure this thing out.
Ooh. We got a heck of a view right here, and they call it. Oh.
So there's going to be a turnover on downs. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Well, Rams certainly happy about that as we take another look at it. And, so close. Really just can't tell. But, the officials are there. That's how they called it. Upper Sandusky will definitely take it.
It's a third straight fourth down conversion on this drive, and I just wears the defense down. So, on offense here, they got to maintain some drive because they had three straight 3-and-outs and everything. So they got to.
That's really the starting point. That's exactly it. All right, well, 43, first down and 10. Brown. Good opportunity there, but he's not much room.
You served in the U.S.
They're wanting to find different sources for the football and help out Lewis, who's working so hard on both sides of the football.
Like I said, you got to click again down here.
Second and 10 from the 43. Here swings it out. Here we come with the sophomore. I see a play right there for
tackle and play by number 9, Bo Cricky. Brings up the first down.
Interesting. Much success on the run, especially on the inside run here. So decide to do another like a pass.
Trying to catch him there.
Yeah.
Good discipline by Mount Gilead.
You kind of got one here, be able to get away with something depending on that linebacker fails.
Around 49, quarterback down on the near side, going for Heilman.
Yep.
Josh Heilman. That's Sandusky gets the first down. Maybe you're able to do that in this game. 6:08 to go in the second quarter. Making a score. First and 10, 43-yard line. Ethan Lewis, maybe after not having a few carries this time, takes it across the 35-yard line. Does Lewis.
I think back first downs.
That's what
I don't know.
Not sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it looked like they like the try here. Lewis.
Oh.
30-yard line.
And now he's starting to feel it. Now he can figure out. He found something.
In the line. And a lot of new starters here. They're figuring things out as well. We'll try to create some of those opportunities.
You might get a jump on the back here, maybe. One-on-one. I mean, I'd take that all day right now. Down here with number 14.
He's got some experience, number 14. Let's see. Done with the snap. Hands off Lewis right up the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Pass down from behind by Lane Reiser. Senior. And Reiser, he's a senior. This is his first varsity football. That's another obligation to previous seasons, and decided he's got to go out for the team. And last week, he tied for team lead in tackles.
Oh, wow.
For Lane Reiser. Second down and 9. Let's see, one-on-one.
Nope.
And complete, trying to find Josh Allen.
During pregame where he was doing his routes on air, Keegan, when he throws the ball, it floats a little bit, unfortunately. So, like a deep ball like that, you got the size advantage for sure. You want to get that ball out there early, let your guy have time to jump up and grab it.
All right, 3rd and 9, so likely a passing down for Keegan Dunn. He's got the snap, got a pocket, throws.
Oh, my.
Nice.
Face mask. Face mask. Wow. Yeah, like I said, that matchup you're going to get down there because that number 14 is just huge compared to the DB over there. Ended up with a skinny post there and wide open down the middle. Penalty would probably end up being like 5 feet, personal foul penalty, but still like heck of a catch there.
Referee Brett Purdue. Expecting to confirm what the result.
You got a personal foul, face mask, number 4 for the defense. Pass position to the goal, first half.
All right, there it is.
Drive right now. It's 3 and outs. Go down. Now you're down to the 2-yard line here. Oh no! Oh man!
This right there, he's right.
So it's something. They recover.
Interesting when Keegan hands the ball off. He doesn't really sell a fake or anything. I think that'd be a big thing with how important and how everybody's kind of keeping on Ethan Lewis there. I think if he actually, pulls the ball, or even, like I said, if he hands it off and fakes it, he's going to hold back somebody from going immediately right after.
So the second down. He's going in.
Brings up a 3rd down and goal.
Yep. It's an opportunity on 3rd down.
Ball back. Well, I got another jump ball situation down here. With 14, Josh.
From the 9, let's see. Done with the snap. Puts it up, one-on-one helmet.
Oh, he's out of bounds.
Yes, you're right. Nice pass.
Oh, man.
Nearly out of bounds right there. Good idea by Dunn to get him the ball in that situation. Just ran out a little bit of real estate. Yeah, there it is.
Well,
we got Kobe.
Forks and gold.
Battle cheese? Yeah, there we go. Southpaw, lefty kicker here.
Yeah, last season, field goals, he was 5 of 6.
Kobe Beetle cheese.
He's going for a 25-yarder. It is up in the air, and it is through.
For the field goal is
Upper Sandusky is on the board.
Reception, Upper Sandusky.
In favor of Mount Gilead. So, yeah, get that back there for Kobe Mountain Shoes. And also good for the soccer team. So,
Okay. I was just Jason Godfrey on the there was a high snap. So, those are tough. It's not, when a kicker misses a kick, it's not solely on just the kicker. So there's a whole process that goes through it and everything. So I mean, you get the long snapper and the holder. So that was huge.
Spring in the U.S. Armed Forces. Go ahead and stand.
Mount Gilead. Made the extra point. They go Upper Sandusky to get their 3 points on the board.
Unfortunately, they had the ball at the 2-yard line and had to settle for a field goal there. So I mean, that just tells you the will. I think the size difference in the line, the defensive line kind of beat up on the offensive line there. Good kick.
Back home. Side. Let that one go for a touchback there.
Endzone. Mount Gilead the ball.
So here's the situation. I mean, we got 2 minutes to the halftime here. Are they happy with where they're at, or they try to push it a little bit? Last week they tried to push it a little bit. Yeah, they tried to push it a little bit. One thing I noticed, their 2-minute offense that they had is every time that they get a play in, they go to the sidelines, the quarterback, or the coach either sends the play out, or there's not like any hand signals. So I mean, maybe it changed within the first week. Find out the click, all that stuff. But we'll see if they try to do that, especially with some passing here.
Interesting to watch for. Okay. First down and 10 from the 20-yard line. And goes right back to Barnum. Ethan Lewis.
Barnum was
down, no problem. Get it done with the tackles for the Rams.
Global on the second.
They did have a deep ball that they threw. I think almost like a 50-yard play, but called back for something and kind of killed their drive a little bit to go down the field and everything. So I think, who knows? And I don't think they threw a pass yet today. So I don't know if his arms.
That's true. Yeah. We sort of anticipated that would be the approach here. Run. 2nd and 9 from the 21. Oh, freaking fakes, keeps, dashes near side, passes face. Takes on the tackle right there. On the near side by Jason Godfrey, but nonetheless, that is a first down for Mount Gilead.
Move the needle there. They try to pick it up. How do we want to do this here?
Yeah, I think that does demonstrate that mentality. And yeah, Ricky, he is an athlete for sure. Right there for Cole. 1.5 remaining until halftime.
There.
First 10, 41-yard line in their own territory. Yeah, they're taking a lot of time.
Oh, wow.
Backpedal, swings it, as it goes a lot across the field.
That's what
Stop there for Upper Sandusky, but yes, first down for Mount Gilead.
So he was out of bounds, so that stops the clock there, so you're able to get that. But if they were to stop in, it's interesting to see how they get the play in and try to speed up a little bit. I know looks like they have all 3 of their timeouts, so that's a good thing for them as well. So a lot of cushion up top.
Yeah, that's the thing. They haven't been calling timeouts in this one. There we go, over to the right. Ricky on the run, pass. Nice completion. John Field to Garbage Sledger.
So here it is. Call the play and right now.
Cole's freaking complete the number broken glider.
Yeah. You would like to score. Yeah, we're in the final minute.
We haven't seen Martinez kid kick a field goal stop. I think it's going to be within 10 yards. They got to do it.
Gotcha. Maneuvers, pass.
Oh.
5 seconds.
Yeah, so especially now with the timeouts that they have, the whole field's wide open for them to where they can throw the ball up the middle of the field and everything. It's not necessarily where they have to get out of bounds. If they get out of bounds, it's great, but now they can take advantage of the whole field and everything.
Upper Sandusky definitely has to be alert on D. All right, second down and 10, 35-yard line. Got it. Run up the middle.
Or a run there.
Now the clock is moving down.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know, right? It looked like they were getting aggressive.
Right.
Not so much.
22 Lewis.
Until halftime.
That's it.
32.
Yeah. The wing when you put in motion. Or the number 3 down here getting some.
Okay, there's a call.
Yeah.
Dead ball. False start on your offer. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
So, yeah, like I said, just very interesting. They run the ball there, run the clock, and then they, maybe last second throw up a ball there. So, it's interesting. 9 seconds left. 3rd and 12.
Third down, yeah, they could.
Maybe use the timeout.
Charge to Mount Gilead.
Yeah, not many plays that they have. Unless they just go all seams here, straight out. Freaky steps back and just throws one up to the end zone here, which he is able to throw it deep.
He definitely has that arm, yeah. So sometimes when you decide to get aggressive like that, he's got plenty of experience.
The only thing I guess you'd be worried about in that is just like a possible turnover. You throw it up and catches the ball and runs it back. That's the only thing I can think of there.
Feeding the band tonight in the third quarter. Thank you so much.
Coming up at halftime, we of course will have the marching band for both schools, and we'll get you some of the stats from the first half. And we're ready for the second half. It'll be a very high competitive game here. Mount Gilead, 9 seconds left until the break. 12, 37-yard line. Ricky Anderson pressure looks to go near side off the end.
4 seconds left. 4th down. No, I don't know if they have the play, like a Hail Mary play that they have. Or who knows? I'm going full at it and decide to run the clock out, and then now you're trying to throw the ball. So that threw me off a little bit.
Yeah. We may try to have a 4-second play here. Let's get to the break. We'll see. All right, here he goes. Steps to the pocket now.
Look at this.
Yeah. Oh. Complete. He was trying to find a lot more. Get it to him. So that will indeed bring us to the first half of play. A ball game so far, so we expected that it would be competitive. It's been competitive most years that these two programs go at it, and it's obviously going to be decided in the second half. So we get to the second half, that is, we'll have our halftime band show featuring Mount Gilead and Upper Sandusky. So glad you're with us for high school football on the OH.REPORT live and free.
Take a look at all the action from Friday night football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
That was originally released in 1979 that Tom Cruise sang along with in the famous scene from the movie Risky Business. Take those old records off the shelf because here's the Ram Band with old-time rock and roll. Our second karaoke hit of the night comes from the pen of Margaret Cobb and Bruce Channel. You might not know it from its release in 1962, but in 1987 it was used in the hit film Dirty Dancing, while Johnny and Baby danced on top of the log. We don't have the famous harmonica solo, but we still want you to know. Will you sing along with the Ram Band and Hey Baby? Our final hit of the night is a hit from Gloria Gaynor that really needs no introduction. Whether it's because of the original version, one of the cover versions by Diana Ross, Madonna, or countless other artists, or just that scene from The Replacements, we know that you know the words. Don't be afraid or petrified. The Ram Band is closing things out for the night with I Will Survive. Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Upper Sandusky, the 2025 Upper Sandusky Marching Ram Band. It's halftime with the Mount Gilead Marching Band. Under the direction of Ross Runyon and Assistant Director Zoe Policy, along with color guard coaches Rosemary Kirkpatrick and Brooker Thornton. Tonight the band will perform a show entitled A Salute to America, as they honor the greatest nation in the world and all who have served in the armed forces. We begin with a patriotic favorite, This Is My Country. We cannot thank our veterans enough for their courage and sacrifice to this great nation. The band would like to salute all who have served in our country's armed forces as they will perform the service songs of the Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Marines, and Air Force. All veterans and active military who are in the audience are invited to stand and be recognized when their song is played.
There you go.
I was hoping last night I was going to get down to campus, the big new kickoff set around Stoner's cage, but I never got the opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
Last year gave me a little brief tour of the set.
Yeah.
I got another for women's hockey game, so I got that early to see the set. Tracking that, I hadn't seen it in a few years.
Yeah.
The first time I met this on, I loved it. It was so wonderful. And it's this, he comes to the stadium, he's carrying the last for suit back, like, Stoner, what the heck?
The United States Army. The United States Navy. The United States Coast Guard. The United States Marine Corps. And the United States Air Force. Give one more round of applause for all those who have served in America's military. In 1918, during World War I, Irving Berlin composed a song that some consider to be our second national anthem. Please join the band as they conclude their performance with God Bless America.
It was 4 plays, 4 rushes to him, and he ended up scoring. And had that series where it was like 2 straight conversions, but it took 4 plays to get the first down. And they ended up stopping it short, trying to get the ball back. And ended up the 3 points there and everything. So, I mean, yeah. How many carries he has? He's probably 15 plus, if not. Might get a 25. Wow. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, a salute to America by the Mount Gilead Marching Band. Thank you, and go Indians! Mount Gilead football program will once again like to recognize our sponsors for this season. Bailey Lumber Company, Pittsburgh of Mount Gilead, Hometown Prince.
I didn't think our staff would even notice that we switched cleaning companies, but they did right away. They noticed that the office was cleaner, that things were bright, more vibrant, and that created a more positive working environment for us. There's always a potential to spread illness if our building isn't as clean as it possibly could be. Having Pinnacle in our building to make sure that it's as clean and safe and healthy as it can be helps us take the best care of our patients. It's family owned and operated, they're local, which means a lot to us.
I like being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
Avita Home Health and Hospice is locally owned, locally managed. All of our staff, our board, everybody are members of the local community. Our medical director is a member of our local community and has practiced in Bucyrus for over the last 10 years. When you call in, you're getting a local person. The nurses that you talk to all live, work, and recreate in your community. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've taken care of 3 generations of some families. We're the hometown people.
Fourth quarter time here at Mount Gilead. They switch ends here and they stay on the ground.
Barnum there. So 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. Gilead here. So, and it's been, I think it's been like 3 or 4 straight plays right now. So.
One thing that I'm especially keep it close. So really hasn't been that separation that the Indians had hoped for. That makes this another important drive. 3rd and 3. Back to the ground. Running into a gang of Upper Sandusky Rams.
The more and more, it's just more deflating for Upper. Over this right now.
To the ground. Barnum pushed back.
7 straight plays.
What an athlete.
And it's like we were saying before, you know, we're off the half. They got that 5-yard play from Barnum, and then they went to the other guys too another time and end up losing yards. It's almost at the point where this, you know, coach is trying to win the game. You know, I just keep feeding my game here.
That's really the key. Yes, you got to figure out how to win, right? It's that's a big part of the process. Yeah. Big part of that is moving here. 2nd down and 8. 27-yard line. To Jacob Wilt.
We'll take round
changing it up. But another player there, like it's just no yards. So now 3rd, you know, so now we got a longer play here, which sets the offense back.
Yeah, and it's so many times on the 3rd and long, they try to run it, but if they decide to go to the air this time around.
They do, yeah.
Pass.
Oh, yeah.
On the near side.
Big stop there by Upper.
4th down and 9.
Stops it, ball back, and it looks like they're going to get, you know, depending on how far this punt goes. Going to get the ball on the right side of 50 here. Opportunity for them to score. It's one of those. It ends up being a good game right now. Catch the ball first. That's the biggest thing. Catch the ball first, and we can go on offense.
He'll be the 1-2. Stuff off the right foot. Return to this 41.
Barely on the right side of the 49. The biggest thing that I saw with the last drive that got successful was the Mount Gilead 0, which most of the games won. So just basically outside on every receiver that's been And then the way that it did it was, especially with cover zero, they were able to get Kyle on his slant wheel. He would come right up the middle and basically just be almost open and, basically open and, make like the 20-yard plays that he was getting. So let's see if they change that at all. Kind of, I can see a little, somewhat of a safety here.
Midfield, maybe this is Lewis time.
They need the run game. If they can get the run game somewhat going, it helps out the pass game like crazy, especially in that situation they ended up with to end the drive over there, was that they couldn't convert a 4th and 1.
3-yard gain on that one. Second down at 47-yard lines. We hit the 9-minute mark of this fourth quarter. And Upper Sandusky trailing by 4 in a row. Adams got it. Lets it go. Puts it far side.
That's a flag. Yeah. So there's no face guarding. It's not a penalty, but he ended up making contact with him. So, that's unfortunate. Another underthrown ball in that situation rewards Upper Sandusky. So, but you do it. That's productive. Play the game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So that's something that obviously Mount Gilead will continue to work on.
After the four. Number 4.
It's like I was saying before, the size matchup between Heilman and the DB over there, number 4, Jacob Witt, I think that's a matchup they were going to go with, and that's what they just did there. Now, once again, they got one-on-one again. The safety's more in the middle of the field.
10-33, Lewis.
He's outside.
Has a little bit of space. Lewis picks up for the Rams.
Claire, stop. And Lane Rising.
74, Cody Mimer is slow to get back to the huddle over there for the defense.
Right there. Absolutely. This is the red zone action. Back the snap. Hands it off Lewis. He believes this is time for half.
Like I said, if they can figure out the run, it's going to help us pass like crazy. Give receivers a little bit of a break instead of relying on Dunn to make every play here.
No gain there. Second down and 10 from the 20, knocking on the door. And looking for their first touchdown of the night. Trailing at 7-3. To get to 25 yards. Field goal. Final cheese.
Way back. And all the way around.
With the snap.
Man.
That was one heck of a try.
I think they went back to their slant.
Oh, so close.
Yep, just slant. That's open all day. When they come, that's all they've been doing. Slant wheel. Number 1 down at the bottom. Or up top is the one that gets open on this stuff. So once again, cover 0. Sidelines, all the same play.
3rd and 10 from the 20. Here we go. Quarterback has a snap. Nice block there by Lewis. Yep.
Slant wheel. Now, I don't know if it's designed where he was rolling to the right or what. If he was, or he just had pressure that came to the gun, but it forced him out. Another. They're going to try a field goal here. Okay.
Absolutely. Going to attempt a 3-yard field.
Yeah. Oh, missed it. Yeah.
7 yards right there.
Wow.
So pulls Upper Sandusky Rams. Okay.
I was gonna say, what I'm definitely going for, like they did back there. But imagine if they didn't. Imagine they kicked the field goal and then they made this 9-7 game here. Now we got a completely different ball game here. So, you know, I mean, I know I said the first possession, the second half here was huge, but I mean, this is even more huge because if Upper Sandusky can get a stop now with the way Biokeys is kicking field goals here, that you know, if they get within the 30-yard line here, you know, now everything's in range to have a game-winning field goal here. So hopefully, I mean, like keep possession here.
Thank you again.
Well, yes, it goes to might just be tuning in. Yes, it is getting even more interesting.
No, it'd be interesting. Kind of a onside kick here, because to keep the ball out of their hands and get steal possession. You know, eliminate them from kicking the ball. But the worst thing that could happen with that is that if they don't get it now, field possession swings. Kobe's able to kick the ball out of the end zone, so now they get the ball at the 20-yard line.
Well, those are also something that you have to think about. So,
So like I said, the big downside, but now they get the ball at the 20-yard line and so ready to go. Big possession.
yeah, see if they can work some talk, but they can't be too comfortable right here. Just up by a point now. Because Upper Sandusky, if the Rams get the ball back, they have shown that they have the kicker who has some serious range to get field goals. So,
when in doubt, like we said earlier, trying to win the game, got to stick with Carson Barnum.
all right, here we go. 1st and 10. Yep, just like we mentioned. Barnum.
Barnum ahead for game 3.
Yes, yeah. Every time he gets the ball, it's positive yards. You know, it stick with them. I mean, you got to try to run this clock out as best you can.
That's really the key. Knock off 4 or 5 points. Get off a punt. That's on the Upper Sandusky Rams offense. Upper Sandusky just got to think about stopping it somehow, some way. 7 minutes to go with the 4th.
Fly him up.
Second and 6, 24-yard line. With the run. Yep. Barnum to the 30.
Barnum ahead for a gain of 4. Brings up a 3rd and 1. Alsop and Lewis on top for the Rams.
Tackle. What he has right now.
Yeah, I wish I could keep up with that. Yeah, I mean, his numbers are big once again.
Oh, quarterback sneak.
Yep.
Chris Frankie. Yeah, Frankie. Short yardage situation. QB sneak there. Another three run plays here. I'm gonna run the clock down big time on this.
Under the light, 10 minutes of work. School boys.
Stop. Not that I'm pulling for. I just think that's if not. I mean, they're just gonna. That's yeah.
I get it. We think from the perspective of the trailing team. Absolutely. 1st and 10. What they got to do and back to the ground. Absolutely. That's what Mount Gilead's strategy is, and it's a sound one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Rams have to show that they can make that stop.
Braxton Loomer and all big runs will touch it up to 11. 2nd down 7.
Just keep feeding them, and it's almost 2 first downs wins this game. Say 2 at least. Because of timeouts.
Here he goes, left side.
So 3rd. Okay. How you kind of run into if they are short, okay, are they going to go for it? That's like, when in doubt, like, but then you're putting Upper Sandusky right there, like probably 10 yards away from field goal range from where they were. So, that's this is a big play here.
Who's ready?
Yeah.
You got to keep it going. Yes, indeed. 3rd down and 5. 36-yard line. Now Gilead up by 1. Play fake.
Oh, he pulled it. Oh, fooled me. So here you go. What a situation here. 4th and 2. Oh, boy. 4th and 2 on your own 39. Clock rolling.
The decision ultimately comes down to.
Yeah, I can see. So wait until like 1 second on the play clock to call timeout here. Man. What
Timeout.
a lot of strategy going on here. If there was less time, maybe I'd go for it. The only thing I can think of, I'd kick this ball. The defense, has been, bending but not breaking. Hasn't, man.
This is the main thing. It's like, gosh, if Upper does get the ball back and they could get into Valentin's range, then that completely changes the equation of what is currently a one-point contest. So it's not an automatic decision, but the safer bet, I would say, is
the ball. But like I said, it's like first down, you darn near win the game.
that's the reward.
Yeah.
That's the reward you get.
Yeah.
Because you've got to pull through on that. Yeah, like
let's get the clock within a minute if you do it right. So this is interesting. And looks like try to jump them. What a play! Here's your ball game.
could be, yes, I know. Upper Sandusky can come up with it here. Here we go. 4th down.
No. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man. Wild.
Encroachment, so I know, right?
Didn't start. It's not starting because it was off a timeout. It's almost like a timeout where they got a fresh set of downs here. So they're still going to have 2 timeouts, which is big.
44, back to the ground.
Probably timeout. It's interesting.
I'll talk on the.
Yeah, at some point, right? Yeah, you just got to get a stop.
I think that wins the game. It's like it's all because oh man, interesting. So I wonder if they're waiting for this play to call a timeout to make sure that they have enough room. They're not wasting it. I'm not sure. That's interesting. Got to go to Barnum. Uh-oh.
Yes, it looks like a battering ram. Makes its way across midfield.
3rd and 2.
On the stop for up for that.
No timeout either. Man.
2.5 to go in this contest. Ooh-wee. There's something Upper Sandusky here. Blowing at the ball like crazy, trying to reduce the fumble and get a turnover.
Just make sure Barnum doesn't beat them.
3rd down and 2.
First down.
That's right. So Barnum, he is the many man for Mount Gilead. It is a first down for.
Oh. It's going to get the away. Chance. Technically, like I said, I did some of it. If they got the first down, basically the game. So with 2 timeouts here, they're going to call us timeout after this play, and just hopefully, just try to get it to stop. I mean, it's tough.
See if Indy's going to close. First and 10.
Timeout. One timeout left. Yeah. Oh, man.
Upper Sandusky, their first of the half.
More scores loud and go 42.
Waste them almost, roughly, second and everything after this. If they do get the ball back, offense really hasn't been. They are starting to find the kind of the creases, I guess you want to say, of the Gilead defense. And I could pop one off. I don't know. But it doesn't matter if they don't get to stop. They got to stop them there, make them kick the ball, or get a turnover, or stop them on 4th down.
Oh my goodness! All right, let's see it. 2nd and 7. Barnum again.
3rd and 1.
Score for a gain of 4.
Looks like time to be pointing out.
3rd and 1. They do
I'm sorry, Upper Sandusky.
roughly take away 40 seconds. Under roughly 40 seconds when they start the next play. So that's almost. Oh man. Yeah. I guess there is a chance.
Still from the Gilead's perspective, right? They got to keep the focus here. They're in great shape, but the game still has not been won. Yeah, that's something that these players certainly understand. All the players on this Mount Gilead team, they have not experienced beating Upper Sandusky in football before, but they are close to getting that celebration.
Barnum here. They win the game here. Take a knee and go home. Ring the victory bell. They got a victory bell here. Yeah. You're ringing something.
Exactly. 3rd and 1, 34-yard line. All right.
Oh, he lost the ball. He lost the ball.
What happened there? Yes, he did.
I don't see anybody. I don't see.
Just recovered that good and we're going to come out.
Or is it?
4th down 1.
Oh man. Yeah.
Upper Sandusky, they're fine.
They had 3.
Yeah, the final run.
Oh, they had 3 timeouts. Well, there you go. Yeah, now they're okay. My strategy. I apologize, folks. I'm sorry.
Yes, Coach Holden decided to get served and well.
I mean, like now, first down definitely wins it. Gotta be careful with this. They tried a little quarterback to try to get it, I think, and he just ended up fumbling it. Kind of might change the game there, but like I said, when in doubt, go to your guy. He's starting to learn him here.
Yeah, it does feel like the whole game is on the line on this particular play. Yes, Mount Gilead gets the first down. Most likely, the Indians win. And Upper Sandusky does it. 4th and 1. Here we go. Got him. On the move. Oh, yeah. First down, Mount Gilead. And the Indians a little more than a minute away from getting victory here at home.
One knee will do it. That'll be your ball game. Get that dude in the ice bath tonight. Holy cow.
Tell me about it. What?
The official stats. He has to have over 40 carries. I gotta believe he's got over 40 carries.
Yes, we'll see someone from the school has that number for us. I know.
Wow.
Yeah, he's really pushing it tonight.
Coaches, I feel bad for him because, I mean, like I said, you know, you in that situation in the third quarter where you go for it on 4th down there, 4th and 1, but, you know, if you kick the field goal, you know, 9-7.
Well, there you go. As they're jumping all around on the field, this means so much to Mount Gilead. We're just about 18 seconds away from it being official. But there is no doubt that after Upper Sandusky's dominance in this rivalry over the decade, Mount Gilead is able to get over that Upper Sandusky hump. And it is official. It is a final beat. Mount Gilead Indians surviving by a point. 7-6 on Upper Sandusky. We'll take a short break. We'll come back to your post-game talk. And of course, your MVP live next week.
Mount Gilead, let's go on through football season. Next week, it's got to get the
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Every time that we walk in, we know we're going to walk into a place that's very clean, and when we walk in, we have a professional environment to come to. The reliability of Pinnacle is always on the spot. We've been with them 16 years so far. They're committed, they are professional, they are very transparent with their pricing, and they excel at meeting every goal and every need we have.
Take a look at all the action from Friday night football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
All the guys really helped me with this. Both my guards, all the linemen will help me out doing it. Proper nutrition and everything. That open grass go, I'm like, I'm up. I give him a hit too before he can just do it on me.
Yeah, that's a great.
Once they all started, we brought in. Look how close you guys were. So we got this phrase this year, all about us. We don't care about outside distractions. We just work on us, and scout team helps out as much as they can. Everybody does their 111 and just give it a go. Good athletes, and we've heard through the grapevine, I don't know what true it is, they got a countdown because I think they're 1 loss. I had 2 losses last year, but we were one of them. They're quite upset about that. So, we just got to come out from tomorrow and compete, and Monday win the games on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then I want to shout out my entire O-line and every scout team player out there that fits every week. And I don't know what shout outs. All good, all good.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Every time that we walk in, we know we're going to walk into a place that's very clean, and when we walk in, we have a professional environment to come to. The reliability of Pinnacle is always on the spot. We've been with them 16 years so far. They're committed, they are professional, they are very transparent with their pricing, and they excel at meeting every goal and every need we have.
Take a look at all the action from Friday night football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
I wanna hear that new tune.